about why I think Archeworld will actually be a huge success. Not in the line of the version of like Archeage where it had like 10 servers and they were just jam-packed, like overpopulated. But success to me means we'll make a ton of money for XL Games, we'll make a ton of money for certain players that were really good at the game, and then we'll have one thriving server per region. So an Asia server, a North America server, a Europe server. So let's jump into the 10 reasons why I think that Archeworld will actually be a success. And make sure that you stick around for reason number 10. It's very, very important, guys. All right, so reason number 1. This game is essentially Archeage version 0.5. It's the start over of Archeage where they're just like, okay, let's revamp Archeage. Let's make it into a better game. That's the goal. And Archeage at its core really had no purpose. There was no reason to play Archeage. It was a giant time sink. The only reason you play Archeage was fun, and there wasn't too much fun activities really to do. Trade packs weren't necessarily fun, just like, hey, grab a pack and like walk it for 30 minutes to get some gold. Okay, that's not very fun actually. PvP, that was okay, but PvP you got one-shotted a lot. Like the gear disparity was too big. Like, oh, that's not really fun. The interesting mechanics in dungeons, some people disagreed with that. The farming system was just a big time sink as well. So there was no purpose. Archeage was just there. It was just something that you played for quote-unquote fun, but the fun was missing. Well, Archeworld gives a purpose to you. You're playing Archeworld to make money. That is the end goal of Archeworld. Archeworld has a divine purpose: make money. Earn crypto, sell it, make money. So that is the purpose of Archeworld. And it's a good purpose, it gives the players a reason of like, why are you playing Archeworld? To make money, plain and simple. So reason number 2, Archeworld is hands down the best quality crypto NFT game on the market. Like there's no comparison, but it's probably 10 times better than any other game out on the market in the NFT crypto space. So reason number 3 that it's going to be successful, there are millions and millions of crypto gamers that have never heard or never played Archeage. There's a whole subgroup of gamers that only like NFTs, crypto things. This is not just going after MMORPG players. This game is not really for MMORPG players. This game is more designed for the crypto market and for the crypto NFT investors. So that's who the game is for. But the MMORPG players that come into the game will actually have an advantage, and that's another topic we'll go into. So number 4, XL Games is not a new studio or developer. They are an established company that has been around for years and years and years. They are not going to quote-unquote rug pull, which is a crypto term meaning not release, fail to deliver, or take the money and run. So they are not going to shut down the servers in a month, in 3 months, in 6 months. They're not going to do that. You're like, well, how do you know this? Well, they've been running Archeage for nearly 10 years now. The populations have declined dramatically over those 10 years, but the servers are still up and running. So this team has a history of keeping their games up and running. 10 years for a video game, for an MMORPG, is a pretty good thing in this market. All right, number 5, minimum wage in foreign countries is very low. So it's possible that foreign playing countries, Asian playing countries, can actually make a livable wage by playing Archeworld as a free-to-play player or investing a small amount into the game. So this is a huge selling point, and this is why it attracts those free-to-play, play-to-earn players, the crypto market. So that is a huge, huge, huge plus. Number 6, whales. And this is why the game will actually, I think, blow up huge. So let's take a look at what I mean by whales. So they made 2 NFTs. They made Archeworld Land and they made Archeworld Fandom Cards. So you buy this on OpenSea.io. So it's an NFT marketplace. And you can see all of the sales history on here. You can see all the ones that are for sale. It's bought via cryptocurrency. So it's really hard to actually buy. But we take a look at the sales history and we can see all the sales. And then over here, it has a total volume. And this is how much sales has happened in the entirety of this collection, which is about 6 months old, a little bit less. So it's been 1.1 million klay, which that is over 500,000 US dollars been bought and sold of land. So 500,000 plus dollars has been bought and sold in land. That's a crazy amount for just nothing, for nothingness. You know, this literally doesn't do anything yet. These are pre-sale of land. You can't use them. Absolutely no value right now, just for future potential value. Then someone even has purchased a house, a land plot here. So it's not even a house. This is just a land for over $12,000. Let me see if I can find it for you here in the sales history. But someone spent over $12,000 on a single plot of land, pre-alpha, no game footage, no nothing. Just like I'm going to spend 12 grand on this land because I think it's going to be worth more, or I really like the game. So here you go, $14,606 about a month ago. Just pure insanity. And there's been other ones as well like that. So just insanity. All right, let's take a look at the fandom cards as well. So these are the VIP. These give you priority queue access. These give you costumes monthly. So they're not, Exo Games is not really going to sell costumes in the store. They're going to sell, you know, a little bit of costumes, but these specialty exclusive costumes, you can see some of these costumes on here are very popular. And they're going to be exclusively given out to the fandom card holders. You get priority queue access. You get special perks as well, like your VIPs. So these guys have been around for about 6 months. The land has only been around for 3 months. Let me mistaken there. So these guys have been around for 6 months, and they've sold over $600,000 worth of value. So again, a lot of value in these things. An insane amount of value that has been just bought and sold on the secondary market when there's no game, no nothing. Just trust me, bro. Like it's a good thing. Trust me, bro. You should buy it. So that is why the whales are out there. And yes, it sucks if you don't have money, you can't buy or purchase these things. But yeah. All right. So number 7, reason why. This is a global server. So Asia is releasing, the rumored date is September 1st right now. And the Asian server is global. Anyone can play from anywhere in the world. There is no restrictions unless your country is banning the game. But even then, you can use a VPN to bypass that restrictions. So that is a huge, huge, huge plus. It's translated into 5 different languages. So it's got English, Korean, Thai, Indonesian, Chinese, and they are adding more languages too in the future. So Spanish and Portugal, I believe, are on the list of being added. That is very, very big. Having a worldwide global audience means you're going to get 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 people that want to play your game. Like, there's some really shitty NFT crypto games that have 100, 200 people playing their game, and they're really shitty. Like, you don't do anything, you click, that's it. So an actual good game, well, let's not say good, but an actual game like Archeworld, you're going to get more than 200 people playing your game. All right, number 8, FOMO. FOMO is very, very powerful. The structure of Archeworld pushes players to spend 1,600 plus blue salt tokens at the very start of the game. Supply will be extremely limited and small at the large. Most people will only have about 300 blue salt tokens. So the token price will all be purchased on the secondary market, and it's player driven. So with that being said, if the average user has 300 blue salt tokens, and you can't even sell your blue salt tokens until you have 1,000, that means those are kind of locked up. You have to buy these tokens off the market. You're going to see a crazy amount of FOMO happen when the price goes from 1 penny to 2 pennies, to 3 pennies, to 5 pennies, to 10 pennies, to $1 even potentially. If the price skyrockets from 1 cent up to like $1, the amount of FOMO that will come in and people seeing this chart and this graph be like, whoa, that thing went 100x. If I bought it at 1 penny and it went to $1, I 100 times my money. That is crazy. I want to get into this game. I want to earn this crypto. I want to play this thing because I can make a lot of money. So FOMO will be very, very important. Over time, the currency will definitely decrease in value as XL Games provides more currency in game for activities. But in the beginning, you're going to see a massive spike. And we've seen this in a lot of games and cryptos. And that's why they get the perception of being a rug pull, is because at the very beginning of a game or crypto, there is an insane amount of hype. There's potential for 100x, 1000x. The demand is through the roof for the launch in the beginning of the game or crypto. And then it dies down as people sell and take their profits, because it's like, hey, 100 times my money. What am I waiting for? I should sell. And so more people sell and sell and sell and sell. And then the momentum goes on the other side. And then it becomes just whoosh, drop back down to nothingness, sinks, 99% in the value. And everyone says, dead game, rug pull, this was shit. That's what happens a lot of times. So it'd be very interesting to see, but that's probably what's going to happen. But in this game, they are locking up your crypto. Like, you need 1,000 to cash out. That's a high number to get. You have to kind of stake it in the game as well via buying a building blueprint or buying the Arc Pass. So the mechanics in this game definitely favor FOMO and the prices going sky high. Let's go number 9. This is a very, very important aspect, and why I think the game might actually blow up to, like, say, server 2 or server 3. I don't even want to say server 3, but there's a possibility. So legacy players of Archeage, people that have played Archeage 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and they have bored, they have nothing to do, or they're like, man, I wish Archeage was better. Well, Archeworld is giving them the chance to fresh start. As you've seen, the Archeage community and player base loves fresh start servers. So this is a fresh start server taken to the extreme. This is almost doing what the Archeage community wanted in going back to Archeage version 1.0. But this is going even further. This is going back to Archeage 0.5, where trade pack's gone, fishing's gone, boats are gone. There's nothing there but PvE and PvP open world content, really. So the game is bare bones, basic, but there is potential for a brand new world that is Archeage improved. And that's what they're trying to do here. They're trying to make a better version of Archeage. It is a more simplistic, a more simple version, because they think that is one of the core problems. So XL Games thinks that simplicity will make the game better and cater to a larger audience. We'll see if that's true or not. I don't know. Of course, all the old systems will be coming back. Trade packs will be coming back. That is on the roadmap within the first 3 months. Boats will be coming back in the first 3 months. We would assume fishing is coming back within the first 3 months of the game. So all these systems are coming back. And one of the things, in my opinion, that killed Archeage was the fact that they did not update the server fast enough. Well, good news here is they're starting with literally like nothing. And so they have all this old assets and content that has been created from Archeage, and they can easily reuse that content. And it's not going to take them 6 months to develop an update and patch things. They can push out new content probably every month, and it's going to be good, solid content because we've tested it in Archeage. We've played around with it. The systems will be changed slightly and adjusted and modified, but the content release should be a lot faster for Archeworld because the assets are already done and the game has been created already, and they're just now slowly, re-releasing content that they already have done. I think that is a big selling point. Like, yes, it's bare bones at the start, at launch, but you're getting in ground floor, early days, trying to establish yourself. And then look, lastly, number 10. This is probably the most important one, and thank you for watching this far into the video. If you have, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate you. But but the vision of Archeworld. So this is the white paper. And if you are here, please, please, please read the white paper. It is linked down below. Read through this thing because there is so much good information in this, and this gives you their vision, their future, what's going on, how they expect to tackle issues and stuff, and their vision for this game. So their core vision is legitimacy of return of ownership of virtual assets to the users. That's the core vision. Give back to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to users what is users. So they talk about fighting RMT, real money transfer, and how the black market works. Beyond ownership of assets, game operations by users. This is also very, very important, and what I want to highlight. We intend to make it a rule to open everything transparently, reflect the intent of the users community sufficiently, and in the long term possibly hand over the direction and ownership of the game updates and game operations. Archeage already has a system such as voting where users are able to participate in game operations in various ways. We will build on this and provide a setting where users are able to make suggestions, choices, and decisions. Ultimately, it would be the most ideal if the DAO, consisting of governance token holders, are able to make general decisions regarding the game and even change the development studio or publisher of the game if they are not content with them. That is huge. And then it keeps going further. On the condition that copyright issues as well as technical difficulties are resolved, we may be able to open game source codes or game assets. This will make various mods possible, or even reproduction of the game may appear. But with the belief, community is not forkable. It will be our keynote to strictly abide by the decisions of the user community. We will strive to provide a platform where free gameplay and free economic activities by the user are possible and eventually develop an environment where all decisions are made by the users. Huge. So further on in the white paper here, they do say that they have a 3-year plan for development and processes. And then after that 3-year plan, they're saying that they're probably going to open source the code for Archeworld and give it out to the public. So again, it can be modded and adjusted, and there can be private servers, like official private servers of this thing. So that is huge. So for the first 3 years, they will have direct control, and then potentially opening it up is their plan after 2025. So this gives me just goosebumps thinking about the source code coming out and all this that they're saying. So I want to believe them. I want to believe that they are going to follow through with their vision and what they say they're going to do in this white paper. And that's why I think Archeage or Archeworld will be a success. Thanks for watching as always, guys. If you have any questions, comments, post them down below. I will talk to you guys later.